Hi everyone, welcome to Data Analytics blog. If this is your first time on this channel, kindly click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. I need your subscription. Please subscribe to my channel and also click the notification button to receive updates on all the tutorial that I share every week so that you can stay updated on my channel and keep engaging on my channel. So this particular dashboard is about what's it called is about the analysis, the performance of different channel that was provided. So the dashboard provide a comprehensive analysis of campaign performance across three primary channels, which are Facebook, Instagram, and also Pinterest. So the KPI analysis will help the company to derive meaningful decision and also making or to derive meaningful decision making and also optimize their marketing and strategy and also know where to channel their marketing or funds to. So from here that I analyze different or what's it called the different aspects of the of channel performance. So I analyze the ad spend on each of these or of this channel and also the revenue generated from the channel, the return on ad spend on each of these or channel. The also I also analyze return in investment on each of the channels. We can see the engagement rate, the conversion rate, and like and shares and comment on each of these channel. And so from here now, the company will be able to make we derive meaningful decision making and also optimize their strategy. And for this particular dashboard tutorial, you will learn at the end of it, you'll be able to learn improve your skills on the advanced Power BI tools, like the calculation aspect, how to use different functions and formula in Power BI. Also, I also did my background dashboard in PowerPoint, as you all know. And if you are interested in this particular dashboard, or you want me to, or what's it called, to do a tutorial on this dashboard, kindly put it in the comment section. So now these are the different analysis, and from here now I did my filter by each of the what's it called the campaigns that what's it called the each of the campaigns, the season that each of these channels were engaged. So I did my analysis, so you can filter by any of the seasons, maybe the fall, spring, or the summer. Also, each of the devices, maybe through desktop or through mobile device. So you can just you can use any filter on it depending on the analysis that you want to capture. So now it's time for us to start. So let's take a look at the data. The data set used for this is actually provided by the Onyx data DNA channel. So I'm participating on the or what's it called the June or the June what that's the June challenge for. So we all know that they do different challenge every month. So I'm participating on this and thought of sharing my own view about the data. And also the data set, they provide the dictionary, that's each of the the column header. So they provide the dictionary on each of these. So the marketing campaign, so the date for the daily ad matrix, location, latitude and longitude, the channel, the device from where the ads were viewed, and then ads as it was used within the company, within the campaign, impressions of each of these channel, the control click, the control the click-through rates for each of the ad, the clicks for each of the ad, also the daily CPC, the spend, has ad spend, conversion, total conversion value, which is the total revenue, and the like, shares, and the comment that was used for or that was used during the what's it called, the channel. So now we can start from afresh now. So now the first thing is to do is to open your Power BI in a new form and also import your data. So I'm going to import my data from Power BI. I'm going to import my data so from my desktop. That's from my PC. So I'm importing the data now. So I will wholly click on the data set because that's the only thing I need. I don't need data dictionary. So I'm going to transform the data, going to transform in the data. See if there is anything we need to do there. So now we have all the data in check. I think we have everything in check. So this control click rate, I need to convert it to percentage. So just click on this place and also convert it to percentage to have it. Yes, replace this. So now you can now close and apply. That is, close and apply. So our data is loading to the model. So now the data has been loaded. So we have our data set here, we have it here, and we have each of this information there now. So now the first thing that I need to do here now is to do the calculation. And if you have been following my channel, you will realize I like to put all my calculation in a particular place folder so that I'll be able to go back to it easily. I don't need to be searching or doing unnecessary searching. So now I'll just click on enter data here. Then I'll put my calculation method. So then I'll click load. So now that is where all the calculation, all the what's it called, all the calculation that I'm going to be creating during this particular tutorial, that's what I'm going to be doing, putting into. So the first calculation that I need to do now, is to do the total for each of this, which I did here. I can quickly check that. So I'll do the calculation for comment, conversion, then the impression, likes, shares, spend, and order. So I'm going to do a calculation for them so that I will be able to use them to do calculation for the other stuff that we need to do. So now I'm going to create a new method. So I'll do the total calculation. Okay. So I'm going to do total, let's say total comment equals to, that will be sum of comments. So I'll just use comments here. Click this. So that's the total comment. So let me use a card to view what we've done. So this is the total comment. We have it, that's the total comment. So now the next calculation is, I'm going to click this and also create new measured. Then total likes equals to sum of likes. Then close the bracket, and then again total impression, So I just need to do aggregate of all these things for me to be able to use it. So that's why I'm doing this. So total impression, I can just write impression. I can just write impression, doesn't need to write total impression. Impression equals to sum of impression. Take that too. Then what else? Total shares. She's slow. Total shares. So I'll just do shares equals to sum of shares. So now the next one will be total total clicks. You can do total clicks and then click through rate. Total clicks. Clicks equals to sum of clicks. So now let me remove this. So now total what is ad spends? I want to do total ad spends. So I'll just write ad spends equals to sum of spend. Then revenue will be total conversion. That's sum of conversion. Revenue equals to sum of conversion value. So again, I need to check what other thing that we did. Okay, so revenue will be sum of conversion value. So now, so the last one that I'm going to do is the conversion before we start calculating others. Conversion equals to sum of, I want to do the aggregate of conversion. Then now, so now the first one that I'm going to create now, the first or was my CPM that I need to create now. So I need to calculate the CPM. So the CPM will now be the ad spent divided by impression multiplied by 1000. So let's do that together. So that will be ad spend CPM will be equals to ad spend divided by impression. So I'm going to bracket everything here so that I'll multiply everything by 1000. That's the formula to calculate CPM. Multiply by 1000. So that's our CPM. So now our what's it called? That's return in investment. That's ROI will be total conversion minus ad spend divided by ad spend. So that will be ROI So you know the meaning of ROI, that return on investment. ROI equals to uh equals to revenue revenue minus, okay, so to my laptop is revenue minus ad spend, then bracket everything, because we are going to divide everything by ad spend again. Divide everything by ad spend. So let me check if this is in. So now, this revenue, I need to change it to currency. CPM2, I'll change it to currency. Okay, let's leave that for now. So now the next one that I need to calculate is return on ad spend. That's the ROS. So now ROS is return on ad spend, and it will be revenue divided by ad spend. That's our ROS. Our ROS equals to revenue divided by ad spend. Revenue divided by ad spend. That's our ROS. And I'm going to change it to currency because we need to see the return on a ad spend. So now the next one, what else do I need to calculate here? So now we need to calculate the conversion rate and also the engagement rate. So let me first calculate the conversion rate. So let's find the conversion rate. Conversion rate equals to that would be conversion divided by clicks. Conversion divided by clicks. Then we change it to percentage. Then our engagement rate. So our engagement rate will be our engagement rate. So for our engagement rate, so I need to calculate, I need to add, to find the total engagement first, I need to add the clicks, like, share, and comment for me to find the total. That's the for me to find the engagement rate. So now the first thing we need to do is the total engagement. Total engagement equals to clicks plus, so we can just add this together, clicks plus likes plus, can just do some offset, comments plus what else, shares. I think that's all. Comments, clicks, likes, shares, and comments. So now that's the total engagement rate. That's how to get the total engagement rate. So now the total engagement, to get the total engagement, no, now to get our engagement rate, so I need to divide the total engagement by impression. Engagement rate equals to total engagement divided by impression, then change it to percentage. So now we are done with all our calculation. We are done with all our calculation. So the next thing now is to start doing our visuals. So now I can change this to percentage. Change this to percentage. So now I'm going to bring my visuals or my background image first. Background image, I'm going to bring it. So first I'm going to go to canvas, then I'm going to change this place to black because of what I'm bringing. Then I'm bringing the background image. So I already have it here. I think this is it. So I'll change this transparency to 0. Okay, that's not it. I'm going to do 15. So let me bring it again. So that was one that I did. So now you can fill in, you can fit in, you can fill in. So now that is our background design. So now the first thing that I need to calculate to do is all the KPI. So I need to do the KPI. That's the, like, you can go back to our dashboard. I want to do this KPI. That's the total KPI for each of these. So I need to do the total KPI for each of them. So now, so I'm going to bring this here. So I'll go back to this place, then remove this. So now I'm going to bring impression or revenue. What else did you do there? Let me check. Okay, ROI, conversion rate, CPM, engagement rate, ad spend. These are the total. Then conversion rate, engagement range, ROS, this. So I think we have everything here. So now we need to format this. We need to format this to fit in. So now I'm going to go to this place. The first thing that I need to do is to remove the background. So again, I'll go to visual, then the cards. I'm going to remove the feed. I'll remove this. Then now go to call out value. Then I'm going to change this to this. I think I use this. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to decrease this to like about 25. Then I'll change this to this, my favorite. So the labeling, also go back to the call out value, change the labeling to you can't use any font that you want. So I'll change it to white. Then I'll make my labeling to be at the bottom, that's below. So for this, so now let's see, go back to our labeling. So for this, I'm going to be, okay, first I'll change the unit to no. Then, and I think I'll still change this to, let's change it to 15. Let's see. Then, so not labeled, I'll change this to 0. So now we can be picking it one after the other. So the impression, I'm okay with the impression and the revenue the way they are. So for the ad spend also I'm okay. Conversion rate, I want to change it to, let's say, about two decimal place. So now for this engagement rate to two decimal place, and for this arrow, the rest, this two decimal place, and the last one too, depending on how you want it. But because I want it in a particular way to show, so now I think we are good to go with this. So we are good to go. So we can still format it. Oh, I actually want to bring it to, okay, for all. So labeling, let's check. Oh, okay, so I want to bring it to the front or to the middle. So now we are good to go here. So now the next thing now is to do the KPI for each of the platform. So now I'm going to bring, okay, I can do it like this. Okay, let's bring another card. This is another card there, so I'm going to place it here. So for here, so let me check what I did here. So I placed the ad spend, revenue, and arrowheads. That's the first thing. So here we are going to learn how to use filter, ad spend, revenue, arrow. Let's check that's if you are in the right. Okay, so we're good to go. So now I just need to format this first. Let me format it. Let's remove the background. By removing the background, also cards, I want to remove all of this. So now the colored value, so we can work on the colored value. Let's check 15. Zero decimal place. So we can leave it this way. Wow, I think it's okay this way. Or we can, let's leave it like this. So now I need to bring this, I'm changing this to white, and then the label, I'm going to change the label to black, and then of course my favorite fonts, to reduce this, and I'm bringing the label below just as I did the other time. So this, again, do we need anything else? So this revenue, I need to change this to 1000. I need to change the revenue to 1000. So now we have our revenue. So now we have this here on everything. So now the next thing that I need to do here, okay, bring it here. The next thing I need to do now is to, now this is the total now for everything, all the channel, but I want to filter only for Facebook. So now I'm going to be using filter. So I'll bring the channel here, and then we have this basic filtering. So we only filter for Facebook. Can you see? So if I remove, it's for everything. So this is for Facebook now. So you get the logic now. So now I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy it 3 times because I'm going to be using it 3 times. So we need to align it. So now I'm going to do the same thing to this. Copy this, bring this here. Also copy this. And bring it here. So now for this one, now let's check what we need to do here. So we are adding like, share, that's engagement rate. So we are adding the engagement rate. So now I'm going to be removing everything here. So likes, where are the likes? Like, shares, and comments. So I can just write likes for instance to, sorry, just comments. So we know now if you do this filter again, it's only for Facebook. So for here, I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to be doing the same thing. Let's check what we have here. So we have conversion rate, engagement rate, and arrow high. So let me remove this. Conversion rate, engagement rate, then arrow high. So we also see now that if you filter this place now, you see that it's for Facebook. So now I need to remove this, so that what I need to be doing just be simple thing here. So let's remove everything here. So now copy this, just click on your control key, then bring it here again, copy, bring it here. So for, or we can just align this, we can align this. So align this place. So now for this place, now you know this is, go back to your filter, change this, remove this Facebook and change this to Instagram. So this is for Instagram. So also do the same thing, remove it, Instagram, oh sorry, Instagram. So that's information for Instagram. We have information for Instagram now. So now here too, we do the same thing to have our information for Pinterest. So here, the same thing, Pinterest. So, oh, for Pinterest. So we have all our KPI here now. I'm sure you love this. I'm sure at this point you don't have any issue. And if there is any issue on this while you are doing this, just let me know. Just let me know. So now I need to put a line. So I'm going to be inserting a line shape to just divide this. So let me bring my line shape here, then come right here, change the color to, let's say this. Okay, the border, change the color to this. To just divide it. So I'm going to do the same thing for the rest. So I'm going to copy this. Oh, I just need to put this here. So now we are good to go. Just make sure that everything is aligned. That's all. So now I remove this. I don't need this anymore. So just align everything. So now we are good to go. So now the next thing now is to do our what's called revenue by month. We need to do revenue by month for each of the channel. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be using a line chart for that. So I'm bringing my line chart. So now I'm going to be doing my revenue, monthly revenue. Then I will just remove this quarter here because I only need the monthly revenue. Again, I'm going to format this. So the title, I'm going to change it to this. Then bring it here. You can just change this to have the same font. So now go back to x-axis, change this to black. Also make sure that we are having the same front. So the y-axis, the x-axis, the y-axis, I need to turn it on. I don't need the y-axis. So now go down, add the data label and the data marker. So now I'm going to go to the value, data value. So here, and make sure that this is in white. Then display unit will be thousands. Good. So again, let's have it in the same font. So now we are good to go. So now here I will just bring again the channel here to just filter by each of these. So that's for Facebook. I'm going to bring this here, also bring this here. This one is for Instagram. Then I'll change the color. I'm going to change the color. First, let me change it to color. I want to change this color to, let's say, this color. Then I'll change it to smooth. Let me change this to smooth too. So I think I'll change this to Instagram. So this, come right here, change this to Pinterest. So now here also, go back to the line. I'm going to change this to smooth. Then the color, I'm going to change the color to something like this. Okay, so we are good to go with the revenue by month. So the next one is the, what's it called, the or location by each of these, spend and others. So I'm going to be using a table for that. So I'm bringing my table here. So I'm going to be adding location, change it to location. So let's come right here, location, the impression, revenue, spend, CPRL. Okay, so I can just copy this, copy it so that I will have what I want here. So let me copy this and bring it here. Okay, it's not the same thing. Forgot that it's not the same. So location, impression, where's our impression? Impression, art, revenue, revenue, location, that's impression, revenue, hard spend, CPA, ROI. Okay, so now we are good to go. So now let's format this. Let's format this. First, I want to remove the total. I don't need the total. So each of these, I'm going to be changing it to 0. Good. The CPM2, I will change it to 0. CPM, change it to 0. ROS 0. Ad spend 0. ROI 0. Hotels revenue, so that I will have it in the right order. This ad spend should be in currency. Okay, good, we are good to go. So now we can now start arranging them. Okay, so now let's come right here. Remove the background, then first the values, have it in the right order. Okay, so now for the grid, I'll change it to this thing. on put on the horizontal grid too. I'm going to change this to this. So now what is the column header? So since this is, I'll use the background that I've been using for Facebook for the column header for Facebook. This is true. Let's use this. So now the value for the column header too, we have the same font. So now for each of the specific column, I'm going to be bringing it to the middle except the location. Revenue, bring it to the middle. Ad spend, bring it to the middle to just have a well organized table so that all the values in the table will be well aligned. So now, so I have everything here now. So I can still bring this like this. So now I'll just copy this. Okay, before I copy it again, bring the channel here. You know, I'm working on each of the channel. So I'm going to bring it here. This is Facebook. And just make sure this is aligned. So I'm trying to align everything here. Okay. So there, this is Instagram information. Then the background, column header. I'm going to change this to what to use for Instagram. Okay, I'll copy this, bring this here. Change this for printers. Then I'm going to change this to this color. So now we are done with all our visuals, and I'm sure that you've learned different things here. So now the next thing that we need to do here now, let me try and align this. Just make sure that everything is aligned. That's all. So now just make sure that everything is aligned. That's all. So now the next thing that I need to do here is it's just the comments, what you observe. You can just do that on your own. So I'll just need to copy this. I'll copy this, then I'll just explain what I observed there. So I don't need to, it's just a text, it's just a text. And what I did is just to insert a text box here. I inserted the text box and I put my comment there. That's all I did. So now for the Facebook, I said that the ad spend on Facebook is compared to the other two platforms, which is yielding a lower return on ad spend. So the company can reallocate marketing fund from Facebook to Pinterest, which bring high ROAS. So reallocating of this should be considered. So that's what I just said there. So for these two, for this, I'm going to bring this here. So I said the same thing to my view, what I saw on the Instagram platform too. Oh, I've not copied it. So let me copy. So Instagram has their highest engagement rate, as we can see, which makes it excellent for engaging with deriving conversation and audiences. So they can optimize the and or creative strategy and audience to targeting on Instagram could further improve its ROS, making it a more competitive uh, platform. So again, for the last one, which is this, I'll just copy this, then bring it here. So that's all for all our visual, and I'm sure that you've learned one or two things here. You've learned different thing here, new thing. So now you can do your what's it called? Well, slicer. So I did a slicer. You can also do that and format your slicer. You can do your slicer. I did that, and also you format your slicer. So I did my slicer by desktop, mobile, or by different channel by which this is being viewed from. So now I can just do a new slicer here. Let's say new slicer, come right here, then device. So I use device. So device, so you can just format your slicer. So let me just format this. So I come right here, first remove background on your slicer. Again, layout, the space between them, I increase it. The space between them, I increase it. Did I leave this? Okay, so now the background color value, I change it to blue. You can just use any color. Then also front, I change the front. Then the background, okay, the background, visual background, that's the button. Remove this, and then no, this, I change it to black. So that's what I did here. So now the title of the background, you can also remove this. So that's all about our dashboard, and I'm sure you've learned new things from here. So now it's high time to recreate this. So if you have learned one or two things from here, make sure that you share, like, comment. I need your feedback. So if you need me to do a video on the background design, the background image that I did using PowerPoint, you can make or just put it on the in the comment section. So make sure you like this, like, comment, and share, and most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also click the notification button to receive updates on all tutorial that I share. Bye.